We're back. Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm not going to get down to too much yet. I'm going to give everyone who was banking on those extra 20 seconds time to return. 20 seconds early, not 20 minutes. My lord, if I came back 20 minutes early, that means I would have had to go on a negative 15-minute break. The cat snakes are doing well. I was juggling Ares and Athena while on my break. I didn't need a drink, so I just went and spent time with the ferrets with Lady Sheila. Okay. So with that done, at this point I can make a bunch more frames. Whoop. Now, this style of defense is very different for me. I usually don't go for impenetrable defense types like this, just because it messes with the zombies, really. It doesn't tend to lead to good things. The zombies get very angry when they can't reach you. But we're experimenting, and I will definitely be taking some of these lessons with me to any future runs with Lady Sheila. I'll do. And two. On there as well. One there, I guess. Sure. Now we need to rotate this around. Ah, no, we've gone through the shape. No, gotta go the whole way. Why? There we go. Skip a block. There we go. Now, there is not much light out of here, so I'm going to have to rely on being able to put light above these areas. But the thing is, this is these are all even numbers. There's not going to be any obvious place to put a torch above. That is a problem. That is actually going to be a really big problem for me. I'm going to consider that a massive issue until it is resolved. There we go. So this makes a second wall almost complete. I mean, it's functionally complete. Once I put the top layer on it, it'll be functionally complete. Since I don't need the bars to be able to shoot it. This fort is missing some trebuchets. That's a fair point. I have a shocking lack of trebuchets here. You're quite correct. Now, one of the big issues with me doing so much building is that I'm not out there getting extra loot, not finding better weapons. Like that. Right, we want you to be in the regular frame configuration. Oop, oop. Now it goes down there. Now we can build these out all the way along. I'm going to need a lot of iron spikes for this. We're ideally going to want a 2 deep iron spike ring on the outside. Doesn't strictly need to be 2. It could be much like that one was, where I had parts of it were 2 deep, but not all of it. Just strategic points to strengthen obvious weak spots. We'll see how that goes. But this is going to give the fort quite a lot of access to shoot at approaching zombies. And I'll be able to move around depending on which direction the zombies are coming from. the zombies are approaching from one direction, I want to try and encourage them to approach from another, I can move to the opposite side. And that might encourage them to follow me. But since this place is so open, I may still be able to shoot them from that side. So, for example, if the zombies were over here and I felt that the defense was getting a little bit weak, I could move over there to the opposite side and still shoot the ones that were attacking over here. And hopefully, then as fresh ones spawn, they would try and get to me through the closest part of the battlements, let's say. I think that would work out quite well. But yeah, I'm not sure about this. Really not sure. There are a couple of things that I could do to try and make it better. There are a few. I do like that. I like the look of that. Sincerely like the look of that. One of the really common things that I found in a lot of old forts was just tiny little nooks like that. Some of them had very obvious uses. Some of those uses were more dire than others. But some of them just seemed like they were there just for people to move around through when they needed to. A lot of areas that were like mossed over, some were obviously not actually apertures. They crumbled away. But some of them genuinely they looked like there was a use. And I to this day, I'm still not sure what they were used for. I've got various theories. Maybe some of them were there to allow for children easier access when they were running around, lighting the torches and candles and so on and so forth. Others for obviously getting rid of refuse and other such things. But some of them just look like nooks for the sake of it being a nook. And there's a little part of me that wants to believe that was the case. Thank you very much for the resub there for the 5th month, Grimlael Penthea. Grimlael Penthea, sorry. Subbing for my ad-free VODs. See you all later. Take care, mate. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Now, we are doing good on both food and water. Now, we need to have a look at what we need for the bike. Bicycle handlebars, 2 leather, 2 duct tape, 1 mechanical part, 6 short pipes, 2 springs. Was it 6 springs? 2 springs. Okay. 1, 2. I'll try and keep everything together in a spot. I need 1 mechanical part, 6 pipes is what I was thinking about. 2 leather. What else did I want? 1 mechanical part and 2 duct tape. Right, so that gives me the handlebars. The chassis requires 2 mechanical parts. Okay. 2 duct tape, so I need an extra duct tape. That'll be easy enough for me to get. Forged iron, already got it. 2 leather. And 2 springs. So the only thing left is the 1 duct tape. And that is why we've got glue. Oh no. Did I use the glue up? I may have actually. Oh no, there we go. That gives us everything we're going to need for that part of the bike. Now, to make the bicycle, I'm going to need 1 additional mechanical part and 2 wheels to make the wheels. I need 2 oil, 10 coal. Ooh, this might be tricky. I've got 8 coal, so I need more. A lot more, actually. 2 oil, and I'm going to need 2 wheels each. So 2 oil. That's all the oil I'm going to need. I'm going to need to go out and then get 12 coal. All right. 2 bottles of acid. I don't need that. And so the oil is done. The coal I need to harvest. The acid is done. Forged iron. I've got enough. Excellent. And then 32 scrap polymers. Perfect, we've got it. Okay, so coal is my only sticking point here then. Alright, well given that, coal. Where did I mark some coal? Coal over there. Coal over there. Okay, we'll go to this one then. It's nice and close. Alright, let's go. I'll go and set up the workbench in our neighboring house to start construction. And then, hopefully, by the time we return with the coal... I wish I could just pick those tires off the ground, but what would I do with that tire? That's not a bicycle tire. Oh, hey, it's an Aavak stream in the day. An Aavak stream at the time I can watch, with some base building to boot. Christmas may have come early. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It really, really does make me smile when I see people so excited to see me around the day. But it makes me a little bit sad at the same, in equal measure, because it's like, oh, I'm not delivering what you need. I will try to do better. All right, there we go. That's going to take a little bit. Well, actually, it's not going to take long at all. In fact, it's going to take very little time. I am strongly considering moving my crafting process over there. But ultimately, I'm going to need to get condemned. Keep out, okay. I'm going to need to get a workbench eventually anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Now, the thing with the whole horde base in the same place that you build your main base, there is one caveat to that. Eventually, once I've allowed my horde base to stand the test of time and prove to me that it's capable of managing the hordes, as long as I keep maintaining it and building it, eventually it gets to the point where I expand my horde base to include a base. I don't often turn a base into a horde base, but once enough time has passed, it isn't uncommon for me to turn a horde base into a base. Usually, some sort of subterranean feature of it will become a base. Start with a farm. Usually start with a farm. Then build up from there, really. Get my workshops over there. And then eventually, all my belongings in a bed will gradually migrate over there as well. Oh, Spring Critter, thank you so much for gifting that sub to the community. That was really kind of you. Please put plenty of love in chat for Spring Critter there. That was really, really kind. Thank you. Right, let's get around behind here. That coal that we found a little while ago should be here somewhere. Did I harvest it? I may have harvested it and then left the X marks the spot so that I could find it. No, there we are. Haha. All right then, Cole. You and me. Wait. My zombie sense is tingling. Might have been the wind. Feathers. Accept. Right, back to work then. Am I going to build a farm like in my previous YouTube series? Maybe. Could do. But I could also build a rooftop farm too. I could do a few things with that. Looks like there's more ore below. I like that it does that. Because it used to be a case that you only really knew to look for it if you played the game a bit. And that felt a bit unfair on new players. I still feel it's a little bit unfair on new players. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe unfair is the wrong word. I still feel that newer players don't properly grasp just how much ore is in a vein. Because there's usually like a bubble closer to the surface of just a couple of tiles. It's a little bit of a bubble. And then it expands and expands and expands. And as you've seen, I've been mining that one vein now for a stupid amount of time. Maybe someone was nearby. Hello. I don't know why I say hello when I kill them. Is that trying to make their last moments at least a bit more welcoming? Although I am killing them, I'm also welcoming them. So their final seconds, if there's any part of the human brain left in there, it doesn't feel lonely when it dies? Or is it some sort of parody of being polite? Because I'm literally murdering them at the same time. I don't know. Maybe I'll never know. I'm compelled to do it, though. Well, no. If I'm... Goodbye isn't welcoming. Goodbye is a farewell. Hello is a welcome. Goodbye is you know, it's dismissing someone in a way. Not strictly a dismissal, but you know what I mean. Whereas hello is a literal greeting. You don't say hello when someone is leaving. And you don't say goodbye when someone is arriving. If you're wondering what I'm doing over here right now, is I'm making it a bit more obvious where this coal seam exists, so that future me can find it nice and easily. I don't have a plant pot. Oh no! Much sad. I should have bought one. I knew I was going out mining and I didn't bring myself the proper tools. I need a plant pot and I need a torch. I guess this will have to do for now. Don't even have the means to make a candle. It'll do. I mean, I've still got the map marker, so I guess it's not a biggie. But... Would I ever use good night as a greeting? Not in English, but in Welsh, yeah. I use the equivalent of good night as a greeting in Welsh all the time. A salutation, I guess. Desperately need to improve my tools and stamina use. Or my stamina replenishing. Why not in English? I don't know. The English form of good night has never really felt like anything other than a farewell, I guess. Good evening, though. Feels more like a greeting than a farewell. I don't know. It's an interesting question. Thank you for asking it. I can't give you a solid answer, I'm afraid. Right, there should still be coal there. But for now, 2 wheels, please. Right, and off we go. This is going to be one of the last times that we have to run to our destination. Oh, it's going to be so good. Oh, my lord. A creamery. Creamery. Is that literally just a place where they produce cream? Or... I don't know, like some sort of something they do with milk that they wouldn't do at the farm. Maybe somewhere they bottle milk. Well, I don't know. That's always happened. What? That's always happened at the farms that I've known. Oh, Creamery is a dairy specializing in ice cream. That makes so much sense. That makes so much more sense than a place that just produces cream. Because I was like, why wouldn't they do that where they were, you know, dealing with the milk? That makes so much more sense. Because that would be an entirely different set of production procedures to make ice cream. Yeah. Thank you, chat. That has expanded my understanding of ice cream. And I think we can all agree that having a better understanding of ice cream is a good thing. Even if you don't eat it, understanding it more, it allows you to appreciate it better. You can totally appreciate ice cream without eating it. For those of you who can't, for example, it's like fine art. I can appreciate a beautifully sculpted statue without having to snap all my teeth trying to devour it. Now I've said that, there is this little part of me that's like, well, have I ever tried to eat a statue? How do I know my teeth would snap? I mean, reasonably speaking, probably would. But, what if I discover I'm actually a lithivore? Hidden talent unlocked. Man, life would be so easy if I could eat rocks, though. Considering how much of the earth is made of rocks. The literal earth. This whole planet is my food. This is grand. I'm just going to go live in a cave for a while. Whoop. Hi. One. Thank you very much for giving me back all my arrows. That was actually quite daft of you. Okay, let's go and grab all of my forged iron. Because I am going to want a lot of this to be used to make other things. Thanking you. Oh, actually, we haven't even gone through all of it yet. Let's pop another 30 minutes on the timer. There we go. And vars. Actually, we want a decent amount of these. 8 per side, so 32 in total. Crack on. It's going to take 14 minutes. All the talk about eating stone reminds me of the 5th season by N.K. Jameson. Or Jameson. Tell us about it, Sheila. Oh, why am I using arrows? Hello. Thank you very much for greeting me in a similar fashion with a punch to the face. I feel moderately less bad about what I just did to you. Oh, really? The puns? No! Being a lithivore sounds like it would be quite nice. Ah, why? Why? Right, I want to make a redonkulous amount of these now, please and thank you. Actually, let's have a look over what else I could make. Is there anything particular here that I would be able to make use of? I am tempted to build a moat, by the way. It's definitely something I'm considering. No, I think the iron spike traps are what we want. 45 seems like a good amount. Go. Yeah. That's going to take how long? 29 minutes. Okay. Quite a while. But that is why we've got a workbench. That is probably the main benefit of a workbench is being able to tell it, yeah, do this thing that's going to take me a stupid amount of time and clog up my inventory. You can just quietly do it for me in the background. It's not actually to unlock the recipes. My main reason for liking workbenches is for them to be able to do stuff like making cobblestone and stuff like that. Need to get this bicycle on the go, though. It's going to take me 30 seconds. Glorious times, may I hear. I'm also going to need to... Well, there's a lot of things I need to grow. Quite a lot of things that I want to farm for. But one of the big ones, one of the truly big ones, is for aloe. Okay. Bicycle acquired. Ah. Glorious. Oh, happiest of days. Truly the happiest of them. Ah, marvelous. Right, has that side been finished? Yes. Okay, so that means this side is the next. But once this side is done, I need to create the way in before I do any more work. One of these, please. We're going to need to get some more wood, actually, thinking about it. I should have dropped off all of the coal while I was at it. Please be gone. No, specifically for those who play the game, how many of you build your own bases, like from the ground up, like I'm doing here with my whole base, versus how many of you tend to prefer refurbishing an existing building? It's always an interesting question, that I feel, because they're both completely valid ways of playing the game, but very, very different. Oh, man. Can't quite. The biggest issue with frames is they are actually really hard to see their orientation sometimes. 2, 1, middle, 1. There you go. Now we'll go all the way through the cycle again. Ah, I missed it. That's one of the worst feelings of this game, is missing the rotation and having to go all the way back around again before you get back to it. Yikes. There you go. I always build my own base. It gives the rest of the map time to respawn loot. Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. If you're playing on a map where loot respawn is there. I refurb for day 7, maybe 14, if my ground up is very ambitious. But after that, ground up always. Okay. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. So you do a little bit of a mixture. Depends. I don't build early on, but eventually I do. I usually don't even have a horde base. I just camp on some strong buildings like the firefighter or hospitals. Yeah, that is a really common one as well, actually. That's a pretty common tactic, just to find a really strong point of interest in your explorations. And the thing is, it's not like you'll ever run out of them. You will always have more strong buildings, because eventually you'll get a quest. Like, if you're dealing with like level 5 quests, you've got very strong buildings. You could just camp on top of the factory over some sort of walkway system or something like that and just kill the zombies that get up there. It would be very easy, generally speaking. Oh, I need trees. Okay. Bicycle! We are going on an adventure. This will do. The old pulsing trick for speed. I'll take you while I'm here. Take you while I'm here as well. Oh, nails. Right. Time to start logging. It looks like I lost a good deal of base building. I look forward to watching it on YouTube. I can give you a very quick rundown on the base building that I've done. It isn't too much, though it looks like it's a lot because it covers a lot of space. But it's actually a fairly simple update. But yeah, you have lost the inevitable, you know, yarning and anecdotes and that sort of stuff while I've been mining resources for it, etc. So do check out the YouTube VODs if you're interested in that side of things. But I should be able to very quickly explain what we're doing with the building, so you don't need to worry too much about that one. Each time I take the bicycle, I should go, wee. Okay. I will try to remember this. Kind of like my yeet in Animal Crossing. I need to check back in on Animal Crossing, actually. Have I marked this lad? I have not. Let us mark it. There are two parts in the game where the gameplay has a drastic change. Bicycle and Auger. Yeah, no, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. Those 2 points mark a massive, massive change.